Hello, welcome to Current News. I'm your host, Chris Davis, and today we're going to talk about the government shutdown. After I tell you guys what happened, I want to give you my commentary on it. So, the government shutdown already happened. The government's reopened. I'm just telling you what happened and how it happened, and then I want to give you my thoughts on it. So, last Saturday at midnight, the government shut down. And the reason for it is because um, representatives in the Senate, Democrats, Republicans, couldn't come together with a resolution on DACA. They couldn't reconcile their differences on it, which led to a budget not getting passed, which led to a government shutdown. Um, the Democrats blamed the Republicans for the shutdown because they said if they signed this bill, it would put laws in effect that couldn't be undone. The GOP blamed liberals because they wouldn't compromise on DACA. So it was just both sides blaming each other. The shutdown lasted for 3 days. um, I think the government went back online, or the government came back either Monday or Tuesday. So this government shutdown wasn't as bad as the 2013 one, where it lasted for 17 days. But people were still affected by it. Federal employees lost their furloughs, and basically furloughs allowed federal employees to take a leave of absence for their jobs to take care of special needs. They may not be able to have that benefit. Military operated without pay. National parks were shut down. People who have student loans, that they were affected by it. People who have government subsidies such as food stamps or like Medicare or like Social Security, they were affected by this. So the government shutdown affected a lot of people who depend on the government for income. But thankfully, it didn't last as long as the 2013 one. To me, this one wasn't as bad. It's bad whenever the government shuts down, but it didn't last long this time, so that was good. The government reopened Monday or Tuesday because Chuck Schumer and Mitch McConnell, they got together and they agreed to let the government fund till February 8th, as long as there would be a vote on DACA. And until February 8th isn't a long time. I think now that'll be in about 2 weeks for the government to be funded, and then they're gonna have to come up with something for DACA, and DACA is just a protection for immigrants. There's been this debate going on in the country whether to deport immigrants or give them a pathway to citizenship, and basically the Democrats want to protect immigrants, while most of the conservatives want to deport them because Trump wants to build his wall and stuff. But that's the agreement that they have to come to. They have to come with an agreement on DACA to help the government fund on February 8th. So that's basically how the government shut down. That's how the government got back online again, or how the government started up again and started functioning. But now I want to talk to you all about DACA. So DACA was an affirmative action by President Obama to protect illegal immigrants. So they don't get deported. So children who were brought here by their parents, they're not deported. They can still get their education. They can still get a better life than they would if they were deported. It's to help immigrants that are contributing to our society in a positive way stay. So it's really to protect them. But it's been reported that conservatives want to end DACA. They want to do a deportation. They want to build the wall. But DACA is like the main reason why like the government got shut down, and so like Democrats want to keep DACA in place to protect immigrants. Now I want to give you my thoughts on like DACA. We should like protect our borders. Like if immigrants are being criminals, they should be deported. That's obvious. But what I would also like is if like citizens are contributing to society in a positive way. There's no reason for us to deport them, and I'll give you a few reasons in a moment. But if they're contributing to our society in a positive way, then we should not get rid of them. Conservatives have been arguing that immigrants are bringing like crime, drugs. That's what they say a lot about like Mexican immigrants, and for DACA, that's the majority of them. But what people don't know is that like Trump and the people who Trump represents, they're enticing illegal immigrants to come over here. They know that by bringing them over here, there's ways that they get past the labor laws and tax laws, so they don't have to pay them as much as they should. So they don't have to pay them minimum wage, even though they're legally required to. Just deporting immigrants, especially like the Hispanic ones, is not a good idea. I'm not trying to be racist. I'm being very serious here. As I mentioned earlier, Trump and conservatives and big companies are the ones enticing them to come over here. If you deport these people, who are going to be your construction workers? Who are going to be your custodians? Who are going to be your mechanics? For President Trump, who is going to be your maid that fixes your attendant's bed and changes out their towels? Who's going to do that? These people do work that we aren't willing to do, or we think that we're too good for. And like this argument that the conservatives want to make, well, immigrants don't pay taxes. That's the biggest problem. Immigrants don't pay taxes. There's no way that we can make them pay taxes. That's partially true. There really isn't a way for us to find out whether they're paying. There really isn't a way to force them to pay taxes. Some of them don't, but a majority of them do. And then, all right, so you're asking me, okay, Chris, if they came here illegally, then they don't have a 9-digit social. So how are they going to pay taxes, or how are we going to figure out that they pay taxes? Well, a lot of them file their taxes. So they go to the IRS and they get immigrants who pay taxes apply for the IRS to get an individual tax identification number. So it's a kind of a substitute for a 9-digit social. So they get this number to file their taxes, and they pay their taxes, and they pay into Social Security, and they pay into Medicare. But because they're like illegal immigrants, they'll never get those benefits, even though they pay into them. So the big argument that conservatives make that immigrants don't pay taxes, that's not necessarily true. They do pay taxes. Even though they don't have a 9-digit Social Security number, they choose to pay taxes. There's numerous reasons why they do. They want to support the country that's helping them get a better life. If they face a immigration judge, it'll show the judge may have a little bit more favor with them. They may not get deported. So there's reasons why they choose to pay taxes. Some of them don't, but a majority of them do. And just with I want to talk about Trump's wall, okay? Just with the wall. This wall that we're spending so much money building, and it is based off of like racist, like bigotry and prejudice. The wall's not going to stop immigration. I mean, there's all kinds of ways like people get into this country. People get in this country with student visas. If they go to school in this country, they have a student visa. They can come in this country with an American green card. If they're working here, then they can have like a residence here. So Trump saying that like the wall is going to stop immigration, like it's not. All right. As long as like the people who he represents, as long as they keep enticing them to come over here for cheap labor and to do jobs that Native American citizens, that regular American citizens don't want to do, they're going to come over here. So they just need to think of a more better immigration policy, a better immigration like reform than just trying to build this massive wall, because that's not going to solve the problem. Alright, that's all we have for today. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. I have those links in the description box below. You guys, because YouTube has changed their partnership like policies, it would be a great help to me if you like share this video with your friends and you guys subscribe. With the new partnership program, you have to have a 4,000 hour watch time and you have to have 1,000 subscribers. That is a huge milestone if you're a small channel, and my channel has gotten a lot bigger since last year, but it still has a long way to go. So if you really want to help me, hit the like or dislike button, and please hit the subscribe button and share with all your friends. Like, I greatly appreciate it. Getting up to that 1,000 subscriber mark, that's a huge milestone, a huge feat if you're just starting out in YouTube and if you're a small channel. So I would greatly appreciate it. And also watch these 2 other videos I have here on the end card. And all of you have a great day.